April's State of the Market Address. We're talking real estate all throughout Madison, Alabama. We have Beau Miles. He's the president of Redstone Realty Solutions to speak to our buyers and sellers about what is going on in the Madison, Alabama market. Beau, talk to us. What do we got going on?
Well, if you're a buyer, you're not going to like me. If you're a seller, you're going to like me. I've been not made fun of, but I have been constantly made aware that I say on every one of these, if you're a buyer, buy now. And now I have the proof to show you why.
Oh,
And I know that's quite a lead up, but here, let me kind of dive in. Don't forget, we're talking about the 3 zip codes of Madison. 2 of them are the Madison City Schools, and then you have the one that is not. So that is what we're looking at here. So we have more listings this month, but only by 11. So 688 listings. Of those new in the last month, 196. That's 24 more than last month.
Okay.
So that means more people put stuff on the market. So that's good. We have active listings right now is 463. Okay. Pending is 225. That's 10 more pending than there were last month.
Wow.
Now, here's the one. Well, I'm going to skip one, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you 2 other pretty shocking ones, but then I'm going to give you 2 major shocking ones. The median list price, of course, went up, but it went up by almost 5%. The median list price right now is $443,000. Went up a lot. And the price per square foot went up another 1%. It's now average. Your median list price, not average, median list price per square foot is $183. That went up. Now, here's the ones that I want you to, buyers, this is why you really won't like me. So last month, our inventory list was 4 months. So before we go into detail on that, a balanced market, when you can say it's not a seller nor a buyer's market, is 6 months of inventory, meaning if we stop putting stuff on the market, how long would it tell us to sell out? Last month, it was 4, which still technically meant we were a seller's market.
Yeah.
This month, we dropped to 2.7 months of inventory.
No kidding.
Yeah. So this is the point. What this is meaning is our supply is kind of holding the same, maybe going up a little, but our demand is getting way higher because the median days on the market dropped 16 days. It's only 69 days on the market right now. So guys, we've been saying it for a while, but buyers, if you're interested, you need to look. Don't forget, this came in the month of tariffs and economy's going to fall apart and stock market's going to die and how are we ever going to make it?
Yeah.
And interest rates didn't really drop. And we're still seeing this in Madison. So if you're living in Madison, please know your market is healthy. It is good. It is strong. We'll probably see a dip next month because of some of that stuff too. But this month's report is very, very strong. And if you're a seller, that doesn't mean sit back on your laurels and start demanding more money. It means price it correctly and your house will move.
Bingo. And you always say, listen to your agent.
Please.
Equip yourself with an agent that is going to advise you correctly.
Yep.
Get your
I talked to an agent yesterday who had a woman who, not in Madison, she lives in, like, believe it or not, Florence, who wanted to price her house exponentially over what it's worth.
Okay.
And I went, are you going to take this? Like, I was like, it's never going to sell. And he was like, I know. He's like, no, I'm probably not even going to take the deal because it's just a waste of energy and time. Okay. And she was making some things a little more difficult too. But it was like, hey, if you're not going to listen to me now at the beginning,
yeah,
when the market's picking up, when there's enough activity to say, I don't necessarily have to take every single offer that I have right in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm not probably going to take it. And so please listen to them. If you disagree with them, tell them why. And I hate to say, but just because your house looks real pretty, that's not why. Yeah. Look, Erica, I love your house. But if you would tell me your story of your house totally different than I would come in and talk about the beauty and the decoration and the this and the functionality of having a second floor living space and this and this and this and this. And you would say what you posted yesterday. This is where we had a sleepover for 3 kids or a sorority house. You would talk about the emotions behind it. Your agent is there to pull that emotion out and to give you real factual information. A good agent.
A
at that.
good
You need to make
agent.
sure they're a good agent.
So important. So here's what I'm hearing, because you guys all know I am not a real estate agent. I just love this stuff, especially in a community like Madison that is very different than surrounding communities
Very.
because of our stinking school system. It is just desirable. It's also just a fabulous place to live. It's not just our school system, it's a fabulous place to live. So what I'm hearing from a non-professional point of view is that your advice to buyers is that homes went up 5% in the last month.
The price, yeah.
Waited the price. So if you waited as expected, homes, the prices have gone up. So
Your interest rate did not drop.
Your interest rate did not drop, so people are entering the market. They're sitting with that interest rate and they're going for it. And that if you are a seller and you actually want to sell your home and move on, just arm yourself with a great agent who is going to advise you correctly. Price it once, price it right, get it sold. Is that correct?
That is absolutely beautiful. So if you're a seller, price it once. I'm going to steal that. Price it once, price it right.
Yeah.
That is a great way to say it. And if you're a buyer,
Yeah.
this doesn't mean you have to just go in and take what they thank you, please, thank you. This is a point where you say, hey, I see the market shifting, so I need to make a respectful, a good offer, but I can still ask for closing costs. I can still ask for different aspects of this.
I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So you put in your offer, but there are those other things that come with an offer, such as, here's what I'm going to offer you, but I also want my closing costs covered. I also want X, Y, and Z in when you do the inspection. Should a buyer go in hot with asking for those extras? What are you seeing from sellers? Are they motivated to sell and throw in those things?
So I would never say what should a buyer do. The official legal situation of a real estate agent is we're not supposed to tell you what to offer or what to do. We're supposed to help explain your opportunities and your potentials that you have.
Good for people to know.
But yeah, exactly. But the answer to you is this: don't ever overbuy. Don't commit to a house that is beyond your means, because one day you're not going to have furniture upstairs and it's going to be tough. It's not going to be great.
Yeah.
But I would also say, yes, sellers at this point are still nervous about the economy. We don't know how this is going to flesh out. We don't know what is happening. We live in a city that right now could have jobs cut at any moment. Almost every friend I know who's a contractor has been a little nervous. They're not necessarily scared, but they're like, what's happening? I'm sure your husband's kind of been like, everything's good, but we just got to keep an eye out.
It's a fluid situation. Yeah.
Correct. And so because of that, sellers are looking up and going, hey, I will take a good offer. We will work together. Now, I will also tell you what I have seen traditionally, not just at this time, is if you go in and you ask for a lot of closing and you go in underpriced and then you ask for a bunch, it repairs. It doesn't always feel super great to the seller. So that really depends on where the seller is and what his situation or their situation is. So they could be like, I've got to sell it. I've got to move to Texas. I'll take it. They also could be sitting there going, I'm just moving down the street. I don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm not taking it. So you got to have to feel that out. And again, I'll be very frank.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a broken record, but a good real estate agent knows a lot of that temperature. They can't always forecast what's going to happen, but they can say, hey, I think if you go into that, I've kind of heard from the other agent that they're looking at this and this and this very strong, those types of things. They can't give you exact advice, but they can help guide you a little bit.
That's so great for expectation management. I'm glad you talked about that. What should an agent's role be? And what do you kind of need to educate yourself with going into it? About the market, and watching a video like this, plus for all of our students. Way to go. Well, Beau, thank you so much for joining us. It's April 2025. It's wild to track the market. Hey guys, like I said, Beau is the president of Redstone Realty Solutions. If you are looking for an agent recommend reaching out to Beau. He'd love to pair you with someone that would be a perfect fit on his team. And if you are an agent yourself and looking for a new brokerage, I know that Beau Miles
Please,
would
come
absolutely
on.
love to speak with you. I speak from experience. Beau has been our agent in the past. He knows his stuff. You're in good hands with a down-to-earth guy. So, Beau, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see what happens. We'll see what May brings.
Thanks so much, Erica.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.